It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Ministry of Railway Development to witness the official inauguration of the Governing Board of the Ghana Railway Development Authority. As you may be aware, the Railways Act 2008, Act 779, was passed by Parliament on 14th November 2008 and assented to by the President on 6th January 2009. The passage of the Act led to the establishment of the Ghana Railway Development Authority as a regulator and asset manager to promote the development of railways and railway services in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the objectives of the Railways Act, as indicated in the memorandum of the Act, is to create a licensing and regulatory framework as well as a safe rail transport system, which will create opportunities for the private sector and increase private sector participation in the provision of rail transport services. The memorandum further provided that the establishment of the Railway Development Authority as the regulator of the industry will provide a conducive environment to attract local and external investors to the sector. It will inspire confidence in investors as the authority will be seen as an independent regulator and facilitator of rail transportation, and this will make the rail transportation sector very competitive. Ladies and gentlemen, the objectives of the authority, as specified in Section 2 of Act 779, are to 1. Promote the development of railways and railway services, 2. To hold, administer, and improve the railway asset, and 3. Promote the development and management of suburban railways. The Act further spells out the following functions of the authority in order to achieve the objectives of its establishment. 1. Implement and ensure compliance with Part 2 of the Act, which relates to operations of railways. B. Grant licenses, concessions, and leases which are necessary for the operation of railways and railway services, and perform other related functions, including the keeping of a register of railway operations, licenses, and sub-licenses. 3. Exercise ownership right over assets that are transferred to the authority from railway assets. 4. Set and enforce safety, security standards for the construction and operation of railways in accordance with the Act. 5. Regulate and monitor the activities of licensees, concessionaires, and operators of the railway. 6. Initiate, conduct, promote, and encourage studies necessary for the growth and development of railways, including the development of master plans in accordance with the schedule of this Act and set standards. 7. Oversee the administration of the Railway Development Fund. 8. Ensure collaboration with other public, private, or international agencies necessary for the performance of its function. 9. Advise the government on railway matters generally. 10. Subject to Section 98, which prohibits the authority from operating or managing railways, to carry out any transitional function that is necessary for the growth and sustainability of the railways. To carry out other activities incidental to its function. And lastly, 11, subject to ministerial directives, perform the functions of a railway regulator. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also say that today's process is in line with Section 4.2 of the Railway Act, which requires the appointment of a board of directors of the authority by the President in accordance with Article 70 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. On behalf of my minister, representing His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to inaugurate the governing board of the Ghana Railway Development Authority, which has been duly appointed by the President. Ladies and gentlemen, the 11-member board of directors of the authority are as follows. 1. Dr. Martin Amogre Anyonore. He will preside over the board as the chairperson. Honorable Kweku Asante Boati, myself, Deputy Minister for Railway, as a member. Mr. Ernest Yao Owusu, Acting CEO of Ghana Railway Development Authority, as a member. We are here to receive the name of the representative from the Ministry of Finance. So in due course, the nomination will be given to us and that person will be added to the board. 5, Engineer Ernest Kwame Obin from Ministry of Roads and Highways. 6, Mr. Michael Achagbe Luguji, that's the CEO of Ghana Post and Harbour Authority. He is not yet here with us. I think the timing escaped him. He will join us. While congratulating the board members for their respective appointments, I wish to remind you of your role and mandate, which is clearly specified under Section 5 of Act 779 as follows. 1. Ensure the efficient and effective performance of the functions conferred on the authority under the Act. 2. Initiate policies for the proper management of the authority. 3. Ensure the sound and proper management of the Railway Development Fund set up under Section 22 of the Act. And finally, perform other functions that are incidental to the objectives of the authority. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my expectation that by the end of the tenure of this board, Ghana's poor railway infrastructure, which His Excellency the President is committed to revamping and modernizing before the end of his term in office, shall be achieved to a very large extent. It therefore requires a lot of hard work, commitment, focus to achieve this target, and I have full confidence in the board, considering the rich background expertise of members coming from the various economic sectors of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to encourage the general public, both private and public individuals and organizations, and all other stakeholders to provide the board, and for that matter, the Ghana Railway Development Authority, the needed support to ensure the sustainable development of our country's railway network. While congratulating the board members for their respective appointments, I wish to remind you of your role and mandate, which is clearly specified under Section 5 of Act 779 as follows. 1. Ensure the efficient and effective performance of the functions conferred on the authority under the Act. 2. Initiate policies for the proper management of the authority. 3. Ensure the sound and proper management of the Railway Development Fund set up under Section 22 of the Act. And finally, perform other functions that are incidental to the objectives of the authority. Right on. Even as we swear in the oath. I, Martin do in the name of Almighty God swear that I will at all times, well and truly serve the Republic of Ghana. Almighty God swear that I will not directly or indirectly of my official duties.
The discharge of my official duties.
Thank you all. Shall we take our seats? Please don't forget to give your swearing. We're taking the photograph at this place. Only the boss members.
Boss, please, you are in my share.